guess what we get to use? This is a swamp cooler that my dad actually owns, and he's letting us use it for a couple days just to see how it does. It's about, I don't know, low to mid 80s outside, brilliant sunshine. So if we weren't using this thing, it would be pretty warm in here. So what we've done is we've set this swamp cooler out here in the front of the Airstream, and then we opened up the exhaust, the fantastic fan in the bedroom to try to circulate cool air like this. And so far it's doing a really good job. It puts out air probably 15-20 degrees cooler than the ambient air around you. So as long as it's, I don't know, not 120 and the air is dry, this thing so far is doing a really good job. And there's the water level. It'll just keep going down. You put water in here, like I said, holds a gallon, and it'll just burn through that water until it's done, and then it'll just blow out air that's the same temperature as the air around it until you put more water in it. We're at a new spot outside St. George. This is the time of year in the fall where nights are pretty cold and days are pretty warm. So we have these 30-40 degree temperature swings. Speaking of temperature swings, we're gonna go up to Cedar Breaks today, and it's supposed to be like 30-35 degrees colder than it is here because it's at just over 10,000 feet. So that'll be cool. But yeah, we're in our new spot, and as you can see, we kind of made our own spot here. There wasn't something to pull into. Our old spot when we were here in the spring is down that way. As you can see, somebody else is in it. There's actually two people in it. They're obviously together, so they're having a shindig, as it were, or as it is, or I don't know, however that expression goes. Down there, we're here, giving them some privacy, giving us some privacy. And this works. This works for now, at least. Come on.
Pre-hike snack. Bristlecone pines are some of the oldest living organisms in the world, and they are pretty awesome to see. When parts of the tree die, it just shuts off the nutrients to them, and so this leaves them and diverts nutrients elsewhere, which is why they have such a cool, kind of gnarly look to them. Plus they're at 10,000 feet.
We just descended about 650 feet, so you know what that means. We're gonna have to ascend 650 feet on the way back that way.
Look at this trunk. Look at this tree. It's all swirly.
Wow. I don't think I've seen something quite like that before.
No, that is really cool. It's like ridged. It's so cool. I don't even know how to describe it.
It's swirly. It's a swirly tree.
It's a swirly ridged tree trunk.
We started way up there.
Yep.
Came all the way down here. If you ever want to come to Bryce but you don't want to go to Bryce, come to Cedar Breaks.
Yeah.
You got this thing and
All right, here. And I have some fall colors just for you. We got sandblasted yesterday.
Not really. We got wind. We had a lot of wind yesterday. But because of where we are this time, there isn't a whole lot of dust, unlike the spot down the road where we were here last time. So there really wasn't that much sand. So much as just lots and lots of wind. Like 50-mile-per-hour gusts.
Yeah, it was pretty rough. It was like that in the spring too. Spring and fall, it's windy here in southern Utah.
But we've learned our lesson. So first, we're in a spot that's less dusty, which is awesome. But second, we checked the weather before we got here and saw what days were going to be the windiest and looked to see in what direction they thought the wind was going to come from and parked the Airstream so that the wind was either at our front
or back, yeah.
or the back. And that way we weren't getting broadsided by the wind and getting the Airstream rocking back and forth. And it's a lot quieter that way.
That's a pro tip that we didn't know when we first started. Park into the wind as much as you can. You can't always predict the wind, so you're not gonna, it's not gonna be a foolproof method all the time.
Yeah.
But it works well when you can do it.
Yeah, and I use Weather Underground as the app on my phone, and it shows wind direction and wind speeds, and that one tends to be pretty good. As good as they can predict the wind anyway.
And I gave the fall colors a good college try. Cedar Breaks was awesome. The colors were in full bloom. It was bright colors, bright yellow and orange, and even some reds here and there. So that was a cool trip. Next up, observation point overlooking Angel's Landing.